We're on.
Today we're going to make some German Christmas cake, Stollen. That is my own cookbook here. It's quite used, as you can see.
Yeah.
So it's a traditional German Christmas cake, and the idea of the cake is it's a yeast cake, so it's made with regular flour and fruit, dried fruit. In the middle it has a roll of marzipan, and then it's kind of folded over, and the idea is Jesus in a blanket. That's the idea, like the marzipan would be the Jesus, and, you know,
little baby Jesus.
Yeah. So now we start with, first of all we need to start our dough. So we put some milk in here, warm milk, about 2 cups.
Warm?
Yeah.
Like
Has
you mean
to,
heated?
yeah, a little bit,
Okay.
just lukewarm. And yeast, because as you know, yeast is about 2 tablespoons of yeast. Yeast is a living organism, and in order to grow, to live, it needs liquid and food and sugar.
Okay.
So the liquid in this case is the milk.
Yeah.
The food would be the flour, and the sugar would be the honey. So we need half a cup of honey in here. I have this here.
Yeah.
In order to get the honey to come out easy, I'll oil this here, and then I take.
You buy your honey from the local
of course,
farmer.
local. Yeah, we have everything local. We're lucky, you know, but use whatever you can.
Yeah.
Now this here again is not written in stone.
Yeah.
Don't start measuring exact. So if you can just pass over a little bit, I just have to put this in the microwave for just a minute, okay? And in the meantime, we are starting here
Okay.
our flour and butter mixture, okay? I'll just get a cutting thing here. Here are 2 cups. We need about 1 3/4 cups.
Okay.
And this one here we keep for coating the Stollen.
A pound of butter equals 2 cups, right?
Yeah. A pound of butter is 2 cups. So okay. I'll just cut it a little bit. Okay.
Is it sold by the pound still in Canada?
Canada by the pound. We don't have. Well, we do have sticks of butter too, but I never.
No,
bought
is it called a pound, or is
Yeah, it's called a pound.
or is it just a pound converted
No.
to grams?
No, yeah, it also says 454, which is a pound.
Okay.
So a German pound would be 500, would be
Yeah.
for kilograms, right?
Yeah.
But they don't have. So 1 3/4 cups,
2
2 cups of flour. Okay, close it. And now you want to process it until it looks like grains of rice.
Okay.
Right? So the flour, and it has to be cold butter, very important.
Okay. Stand back
It's enough. You cannot go somewhere else. You have to watch this. And see, that's what it looks like, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to get a little dish, and we put it in there and stick it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the butter to get too soft. See, the idea is for a fluffy dough to have these little pieces of butter in the flour.
Yeah.
And when it gets baked, the butter heats up.
Yeah.
And the butter consists of little milk solids, like there's milk and fat in there.
Okay.
And the milk is trapped in the dough, and the milk starts to expand and to cook. And that way it makes the pastry really fluffy.
Yeah.
Okay? So I put this in the fridge later. We'll take our honey out, and we put our honey in. See how easy it comes out here? No problem, right? Because we oiled it first. If you don't oil it, it's fine too. And we just move it around, and this here will foam up. And once it foams up, we can start making the. Because the yeast starts to be activated. The yeast comes alive, right? Because now it's got some food and some sugar, loves sugar. Right?
Okay.
Yeast absolutely loves sugar. Okay, the third mixture is about 1 cup of citrus peel.
Okay.
And use citrus peel, not mixed peel.
Okay.
Mixed peel is the orange stuff.
Right.
Now, if I absolutely can't get anything else, I use mixed peel, but the original recipe asked for citrus peel.
And what is citrus?
It's just the taste of the
Okay.
Stollen, right? The traditional taste. Almonds.
Okay.
And that's the best way.
1 cup
to
of
cook.
almonds?
Yeah, about 1 cup of
How many
almonds.
loaves are you making?
This here will make about 8
8
loaves.
Okay.
Now, if you want to make them a little bigger, you can make just 6.
Yeah.
Then we put in the grated rind of 1 lemon,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I grated it with our lemon grater here.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll cut the lemon in half. I should have a knife here, so I'll just get one. And we will make just get some lemon juice here. Okay, this goes in the compost. Lemon juice, big lemon. Okay. Lemon juice. This away. 2.5 cups of yellow raisins. I like the yellow raisins because the other ones, the dark ones, are too shriveled up. And you want them moist, right?
Are those sultanas or are they raisins?
No, they're raisins. Golden raisins, they're called.
Okay, what's that?
Here's a little leftover from my rum bottle. Fresh rum.
Okay.
You need about 3 shots of rum. So the other one was probably a half one, another half one, and then 1, 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay? So that's it. 3 shots of rum. And what we'll do, we'll soak that.
1 second is 1 shot?
Yeah. Yeah, you could have, yeah. It doesn't
ahead.
matter, you know, you have a little more, you have a little more, it doesn't
I
matter.
know.
Yeah, okay?
I
So,
know a lot of guys that would like your shot.
so, put this over this one here. And now we'll just wait until until this is foamed up.
Okay.
And I'm also going to get we need some more milk. We need some more.
You've got your dry mix here, your wet
Yeah.
mix there.
There's more dry.
Okay.
We need some more sweet sugar. We need a little bit of vanilla. Put that in this mixture too. Almost forgot that. A little bit of vanilla. Okay. Not so generous.
I like how you measure.
Yeah. And so what we need is more flour. We need about 2 eggs. Bring them out. And we need more milk or cream
Okay.
later when we make the mixture, and then we'll come back to make the dough.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, here's our yeast.
Yeah, here's our yeast and the milk and the honey. And always take a whisk and go on the bottom because sometimes the honey sits a little bit on the bottom. Okay, so what we'll do next is put our mixture in here, our rum and fruit mixture, right? And the rum has soaked itself a little bit into the fruit. Now we put in the butter and
You mean the fruit has soaked its way into the
yeah,
rum?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, the rum has soaked its way into the fruit. So this and this, okay, and 2 eggs. So funny. 2 eggs,
Sorry.
okay.
I'll keep the
Yeah.
jokes to a minimum.
2 eggs,
I
right?
have rum jokes.
I know. And 8 cups of flour. 4 cups, 8 cups. And use regular flour because it is a bread, as in bread, right?
Yeah.
So now, this here is my favorite. It's about 90 years old.
Huh?
And I acquired that 20 years ago, and I use it every year for making, you know, large amounts of bread or for the
Yeah.
Christmas cake. Sometimes I oil it a little, and that's why it looks so antique. Oh, now like this.
Your Hobart mixer from the beginning of time.
Now you can either put milk, but I have some cream here.
Yeah.
That's about 2 days overdue.
Okay.
So, and it's still wonderful.
Yeah.
But I have so much, so I use heavy cream. And you kind of put it in here.
Yeah.
And see what happens. Okay?
So you can use cream or milk that's a little bit off in baking, right?
Look in here, very important. It's getting a little dry. Okay? So put a little more cream. And it has to go for quite a while. Okay?
So how is it when you bake bread or any sort of baking that you can actually use milk or cream that's gone sour?
That is fine. Milk for bread, it's fine, right? Especially
Why is that,
especially for rye bread. You want the sourness.
You want the sour?
Yeah,
Okay.
you want the sour. I
Okay.
use it for scones as well because
Yeah.
scones are sometimes made with yogurt and cream or cream cheese.
Yeah.
They have a
okay.
little sourness to them. So if
Yeah.
I have a milk that's a little off,
Yeah.
goes in the scones. So
Okay.
I'm going to
I won't tell anybody.
no, it's a good thing.
No, my
It's a good
grandma,
thing.
everybody I've ever known that was a
of course,
baker.
Of course.
always
So I'm
used
going
the
to
sour
speed it
milk.
up a little bit here, and then I'll talk a little bit about the consistency of the dough because that's highly important.
Okay. Oh.
That has to go for a few minutes now. Okay, so you may as well.
Okay, we're getting close now, right?
Yeah, it's very good. I'm going to take it down. And you know, the best is to wear gloves for this because it's a sticky affair.
Yeah.
So now, I like to talk about the dough a little bit.
Okay.
This is a yeast dough that
Right.
has to rise, right?
Yeah.
Look at the dough.
Yeah.
Look at the consistency.
Yeah.
This here is the right consistency because I'm going to let it sit for a few hours to rise, and I prefer to let mine rise in the refrigerator because
slower.
it's slower and it's better. Now, if the dough is too firm, and
Yeah.
most people who just start out baking
Yeah.
make a real firm dough.
Yeah.
And what's happening is the yeast cannot expand.
Okay.
There's just no room, there's no liquid for the yeast to expand, and
Yeah.
you get a brick of bread,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So you want it rather moist,
Yeah.
not runny, but
Yeah.
in this consistency. And when you make the Stollen, which I'm going to show you after, you can still pick up a little flour from your baking board,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
From the stone here.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay, so we'll come back.
Okay. Thanks.
So
You
here
look
we are.
awful proud of yourself there.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Wow.
See?
Look at that.
Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah.
Right?
You punch it down. a
Yeah,
little?
you punch it down a little bit. Well, we'll bring it out. Okay.
Yeah.
With pastry cutter here. Take it. It's wonderfully risen. And I actually let it rise about 8 hours, 6
Yeah.
hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, now
So is that flour now or sugar on
that's
the
now flour. Yeah, because the dough is flour,
Yeah.
right? So this is flour too. So what we'll do, kind of aim at the middle,
Okay.
okay?
And
And
you're
then-
trying to make what, 6 of them or
No, I make 8.
8?
Yeah.
So you quarter
But
it?
you can also do 6. I mean, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Try to be
You quarter.
even. Yeah.
That's easy math because you quarter
Yeah,
it, quarter it,
yeah.
quarter it. Makes
8
8.
is the easiest. 6 is a little.
Science and technology. That's what
Yeah.
I'm all about. That's how I roll.
all you do is you just make them kind of into a square,
Yeah.
and then it's easier to cut. Okay. So now the traditional Stollen, they had forms for it. Not originally, they didn't have forms originally for the Stollen, but later on they had forms, and you would lay it in, and then it would look like it's like the baby was tucked into a blanket. And I'll show you quickly how this was done. Here's my marzipan.
Yeah.
Okay. Put the marzipan in here, the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll it in like this, and then kind of tuck it over. That's how it was done. That's how the Stollens are originally done. They look like this, right?
Okay.
But since I am now not living in Austria anymore, and I find it much better to cut them easier, find it easier, I do it a little bit different.
When they don't have the bump on it?
Yeah, I don't do the bump.
Yeah.
I do the marzipan, make a roll. It's wonderful marzipan. Put it in, tuck it, make sure it's closed, you know,
Yeah.
pinch it closed all the way, go like this,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure you have a loaf that is not long at the end, because otherwise this is hard and this is not baked,
Yeah.
right? So that's how you do. I'm going to change this too. I just wanted to show you, right, what it looks like.
Okay.
And I'm going to do all 8 of them. So I don't know.
How did your mother make it?
Um,
Same as you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have a video on how to make marzipan.
Yeah, we do.
Just
have
search
that.
our channel.
Yeah.
How to
Yeah.
make marzipan.
So I don't know if you want to hang around.
How to make marzipan, and ours says Rosewater in the title.
Yeah, it has rose water. of
In the
course.
title, yeah.
It's the best marzipan you can have, is rose water. So I don't know if you want to stick around for all of these or if you want to come back.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Don't like me anymore?
I
Okay.
love you.
Okay, I'll come back. Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
All done.
the dough is very nice. See,
Mhm.
it's not it's soft, so it will rise. What we do now, and you have to do that, and it doesn't usually tell you in a regular way.
Oh my.
So,
Look
yeah, I
at-
took them out and I started already. And
Yeah.
you see what I mean? The raisins pop up and,
Yeah.
you know, so you have to
Make
take
it all
them
hard.
off.
Yeah.
So, but it would be worse if you didn't.
Okay, so
So now, we brush it with melted butter.
yeah.
And then we'll bring it over here into the icing sugar. Generously.
Yeah.
Very generously. Okay, and we have one more to do
Why so generous?
because
You're always generous.
yeah. because we can't help it. That's what we are. So anyhow, that's how it's done. And then
Well, I sure would have never figured that out.
yeah. Okay. And we will let it cool until tomorrow.
Mhm.
And then they'll
Wrap it up.
wrap it up in plastic wraps around, you know, the same way as we did with the fruitcake. Isn't
Okay.
it beautiful?
Well, we got 8
Yeah.
stolen.
Age stolen.
Congratulations, very nice.
Thank you.
Can't wait to tie into that.
Yeah.